It's the ultimate guide to anything Filipino in Las Vegas. This is the Las Vegas Filipino Resource Guide radio show on PHLV Radio.
Hello, everyone. Good evening, and welcome back to another episode of the Las Vegas Filipino Resource Guide here at PHLV Radio, keeping you connected to all things Las Vegas community related. Alrighty, I would like to introduce our co-host for today, Mr. Kuya G. Kuya Tito. No, Kuya.
No, Tito. Oh my God. Thank you, Tito. Thank you so much.
For joining us.
It's nice to be back here, of course, PHLV Radio Studios in Las Vegas. This is the Las Vegas Filipino Resource Guide radio show. Thank you so much, Cirimille.
Of course. I am your host, Cirimille Paglinawan. If I seem familiar, you may know me from CMC Boutique here in Las Vegas, your favorite Barong Tagalog and Filipiniana store. Quick plug. Right. But for today's guest, please join me in welcoming. We have Eric and Lenny from Rewaken Life, Health, and Weight Loss. Thank you. And also Ati Maricel. Hello. Can you hear us okay?
To be here.
Hello.
I wish I was in Vegas in person, though. But yeah, I'm excited to be here.
Yeah. Do you come visit often?
It's been since my bachelor party, but I am
bachelor.
So
that was a long time ago.
We can't talk about it though. It happened in Vegas.
So a trip is long overdue.
I'm probably
then.
there at least 2 or 3 times a year,
Oh,
so I spend time there. I enjoy Vegas.
Nice.
City that never sleeps, right?
Yes,
correct.
Absolutely. Why don't you go ahead and both? We'll start with you, Eric. Introduce yourself, your role in the company, and then give us a little bit of your background.
Wonderful. Well, thank you guys very much for allowing us to be a part of something like this. So I am Eric Steigner. I'm one of Lenny's partners here at Rewaken Life. Background, quick and easy. I spent 10 years in the Army as a flight medic. Became a surgical PA for quite a while. So in a medical background, one way or another throughout my life, Lenny and I have also, partnered up and got to know each other through the world of spas, med spas, that health and wellness journey that we've helped so many other individuals through. And here we are now on a Las Vegas radio show, right?
Thank you, Eric.
Of course.
Lenny.
And I guess that leads to me. I'm Lenny Swearingen, CEO and founder of Rewaken Life. I ran away at 17 to get married and raise kids, and have worked really hard to work my way up through the years, which is why I guess I became a business owner, because without the college degree and everything, you never got the shot, always got passed up by those coming straight out of college. So just decided to run my own businesses, and one after the other led to the health and wellness world because of my wife's illness. And we have a passion for helping people get healthy and empowering others to transform their wealth.
Wow, thank you so much. Ati Maricel, do you want to say a quick hi, hello, and a little bit introduction as well?
Sure. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. I am Maricel Young. Just a little bit of, introduction so we're not complete strangers. I'm Maricel. I'm a surgeon by profession in the Philippines. But when I moved here to the States, I became a mom and I transitioned to medical aesthetics. So now I do have 2 clinics here in Las Vegas. So, and I'm also, a few other businesses, and I'm also a patient coordinator. My spa is a patient coordinator of Rewaken Life. So now I'm just excited to bring this to the community because, everybody wants to be healthy and want to feel confident. So I met Eric and Lenny. So I'm also a cryotherapist. So I met Eric through the cryo world. And I met Lenny there too. And then when I heard about this, I said, you know what? This is something that I wanna contribute to the community by introducing this Rewaken Life to the world, and that's why I'm here. And that's why I met Kuya G and introduced him to Lenny and Eric. And this is where we all started.
Oh, I love
Nice.
that. Thank you. We're all connected.
Thank you. Yes.
Yes.
All right, Lenny, do you want to tell us about the company, the program, how it starts, all of that?
Yeah, I gave a little bit at the beginning, but I can't pass it over. Years ago, my wife got really sick. It was right after we sold our last business. And for over a year, doctors told her she was crazy and nothing was wrong with her. And I found her passed out one night, rushed her to the hospital. And if I would have gotten her there 30 minutes later, she would be dead. She wouldn't be here with us today. After spending weeks in the hospital, she was released, but still felt bad and was getting sick again. So we tried a holistic doctor. He cured her, and she's been better ever since. But we found that they overcharged us by over $10,000, and we're using scare tactics to try to get us to do more. So at that point, we had found our passion. My wife was already huge into all kinds of holistic things, so we opened a med spa in Tampa, Florida, and our goal was to make it to where people could be listened to and not treated like a number and not overcharged. But we found doing that, the medical expense of things was sucking the life out of our business. We had to pay for a medical director, nurses, insurance, EMR sites, the inventory. It was about 20 grand a month just to stay afloat. And you had to sell that much just to break even. So we didn't want to get rid of the medical side because we were making money on the body sculpting side.
Right.
Because the medical is what we got into it for. And so we created this program for ourselves, became a 7-figure med spa, ended up selling the spa. And I went on a speaking network, meeting Eric and others. And everyone wanted to know how we did that. And so we created Rewaken Life for those that wanted to add this type of service to their clients without having the money sucked out of their business and not being able to survive. Right. We did that for a year and a half and grew to 50 states and close to 300 clinics. And in that year and a half, we had about 10 of them that ended up selling their clinics and being able to do this themselves on the side to make more than they made in the clinic without the staff and without the headache. So we created the branded partnership. So we help two different types of folks, whether you're an individual that doesn't have it or you're a med spa, a chiropractor, personal trainer, physical therapist, gym owner, spa owner. We're able to have two programs for both that help them do it. We provide medical weight loss, peptides, vitamin shots, hormone therapy, everything for overall weight loss and longevity of life. And what we're proud of is we have over 25,000 in-network doctors that are serving 300,000 patients a month. We are not a fly-by-night online company that is just trying to get people on a low dosage of semaglutide and keep them on it forever. We are doctor specific. Our physicians speak to the patients every single month and touch on them, and they prescribe it based on their need, not prescribing the exact same medication for everyone across the country. And our goal is to get them off the medication. So we give them medical coaching the first 2 months. We provide supplements. We have a supplement that's coming out in 4 months that's specifically designed for GLP-1, and we'll be the only one in the world to carry it. We partner with our patient coordinators, is what we call them, and train them on how to treat and touch the client. So we have a human in your city that's going to check on you every 30 days that you can call anytime. You have our physicians and the doctor services that you can contact through the app that you'll have, that you can contact 7 days a week, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. by chat, phone, or video call. You don't have the access to any other type of doctors in the world. So that is what we kind of are behind, is transforming the health of our patients while empowering I said it backwards, but also transforming the wealth of our patient coordinators and making it to where they can be financially free and run a business like we know how to run them, and also give them all the support and everything they need to market it, but also do it the right way and make sure that the clients don't have the side effects by teaching them the things they need to do to not have them and not over medicate them and eventually get them off the medicine, because we really want to be holistic, even though that we have some medical prescriptions. But medical prescriptions aren't supposed to be forever. They're only supposed to help a certain time.
Yeah.
So there's us, Rewaken Life.
Wow, that was beautiful. Nice. I can absolutely tell you have everything nailed down here. You care about your clients, but you also care about your employees as well, and it really shows in your company. Thank you, Lenny.
Thank you.
Do you want to? So the consultation. Do you start with a consultation, and that's how you tailor the program for your patients? Is that how it works?
Yeah, our patient coordinators, whether they're a patient coordinator that own a business or an independent patient coordinator that don't, they go through a training of ours where we teach them how to do the initial training.
Okay.
An initial consultation. They don't do a medical consultation, but they do an initial. And once they find what the client is looking for or needs prescription-wise, they send them a link to their phone and they download the app and fill out a questionnaire and their intake and consent, and then schedule a Zoom call with the medical physician. And then the medical physician goes over that paperwork and everything else and makes sure that the medication they're going to prescribe works for them, and then orders it and sends it to their house. They go over how to take it. And for the first 2 months, every new patient also gets medical coaching for the 2 months.
Okay.
So the doctor's checking in on them and a coach is checking on them, supplying them with the food that they should be eating, the food they should be staying away from that counteracts the medication, and what type of exercises they should be doing, and what type of protein powder and vitamins they should be taking so they don't get vitamin deficient, they don't lose muscle mass. It's very easy to avoid the side effects that everyone talks about when it comes to GLP-1s. It's just a couple little things that you have to do. But all these other companies don't really talk about it because they don't really care about the patient like we do.
They just want to
They just want the money and move on.
They just want to get and put you on your way, right?
Yeah, and they keep you on a low dosage that doesn't change. So that way you keep losing a little bit of weight, but you never really lose enough to get off the medication.
Wow.
And our dosages, even though the longer you're with us, the lower your monthly goes down, the stronger the strength actually normally goes up, because we want to get them to a point where they're at the maximum weight loss and eventually be off of it and go on our natural supplements.
Wow, absolutely. And I know it is kind of mostly tailored towards weight loss, but what about people that want to maintain where they are? Can they also go on this program?
Not on the medical weight loss. You have to have a BMI of 25 or higher.
Okay.
As an ambulance drives by my house. But we do have other products. So for anyone over the age of, I think, 27, our body stops making HGH, which is a human growth hormone that's natural. And it's why our metabolism is so good when we're in our 20s. And it's also when we work out, we see the muscle definition within like a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
But once we're over that 27, it takes like a month to do the same exercises to see the same result. And the metabolism slows down. So we have a peptide in Cirimille where they can take that. It brings the HGH back in so they can build muscle faster like they did in their 20s. They can build that metabolism back up so they can lose weight, but not great amounts of weight, but be able to lose those extra 5-10 pounds and maintain that muscle. And also the great side effects is it gives you great skin, better skin, younger hair. Sexual health is better. All that kind of stuff. There's a lot of great benefits that come along with it as well.
Which one is that? Which one is that? Which one was that?
we have those pills as well.
Oh,
there we go. Oh, you have a little bit of everything then, like you said.
Hold on for a minute. I need to get a hold
Overall
of the
health and longevity. So we have hormone treatments for women who are going through menopause.
Oh, okay.
They can be on hormone treatments for men who are getting over 40. Their testosterone's getting low. We have testosterone treatments for them as well.
It's not the injection,
everything to try to lower the age of the internal body system so that you can live the best life you can for the life we have.
Yeah.
So is the testosterone, is that a pill or is that an injection?
We have injections, we have the creams, we have the patches. It's really dependent upon the consultation with the doctor on which one you're most comfortable with and need. So they'll do blood work for you. And I know how do you do blood work by telemed? We have labs all throughout the U.S. in every single city. And so the doctor will just send the prescription to the local lab and they'll schedule you the appointment and you go to the lab, give the blood, and the results go to the physician.
Oh, okay. That was my next question. I was just about to ask if there was any pre-screening that needs to be done for any of these programs.
Some of them require it, and all of our some states require it on GLP-1s. I think 2.
Okay.
Everyone else doesn't, but our physicians send a home kit that you can prick your finger and send that back, and they're able to do a preliminary blood work themselves to make sure that it's okay, and they do that even when it's not needed. You can start the medication, everything based on your intake and your consultation, but they still want that just for their records, just to be safe.
Wow. That's really, really cool. Thank you, Lenny. Eric, do you have any input you want to throw in there?
Well, I mean, Lenny always covers all this for me. I'm just his hype man. But let me tell you guys, this is a PHLV radio exclusive.
Okay.
We have done zero marketing, zero media, zero anything. And I just want to make sure that you guys understand, like, there's a brick and mortar, right? Individuals like Maricel, Lenny, myself that own med spas, businesses, whatnot.
Yes.
What Lenny also stated in here, what Lenny also stated in here is there is something that is around the corner. I mean, we are full-fledged into it. I would say within the next couple weeks, we are going to open the floodgates. Mm-hmm. You can be an individual who works running trash. You can be an individual who runs a radio show. You can be an individual who works at a grocery store and not have a brick and mortar and be able to build a business surrounding supporting people's overall health. And if you guys aren't familiar, I mean, there is factors with your heart that the GLP-1s are supporting, your liver, the brain mechanics, the behavior side of things, the eating habits. I mean, there's so much to this that is spectacular about GLP-1s, from the semaglutide to the tirzepatide to Smorlin peptides to HRT, TRT. I mean, there is so much in here that is supporting people, and the fact that we're now giving access, and I said this is exclusive, within the next couple of weeks, we are full-fledged, hitting the ground running, where an individual who does not have a brick and mortar can now run their own business, supporting individuals, offering them these resources, building teams to help support their community themselves. You don't need to have a medical director. We have that for you. You don't need to carry inventory. We ship directly to the client. You don't need to have an injector nurse because it goes directly to the individual who has that prescription, and there's zero liability to you. All you're doing is connecting your loved ones, connecting your family, connecting your friends to be able to now have access, which is becoming more and more difficult every single day now. And I'm talking about there's a possibility within the next week or so where there is a high percentage of pharmacies that will not or cannot offer it, and or won't have access. Patients won't have access because insurances aren't doing it anymore. And I see Lenny's jumping in. He gets excited about this.
There we go.
And I mean, and we are excited about it. We've, Lenny built this baby. This idea came to fruition, and he's, rocked it and fed it and bottled it. I mean, he has built this baby, and lucky enough, he has trusted me to be a part of this adventure and this journey. But and Maricel, like out of nowhere, she's like just an amazing human to have as part of this growth pattern. But the fact is, with such a necessity in the world, but especially in the United States, for support systems like this, that people are getting shut down or getting less and less access to supported, valuable things in their life. The fact that we're able to make this is what means from our heart. This is why Lenny did this. This is why I'm like, Lenny, please let me be a part of this, right? It's we're giving access to individuals that normally weren't, and then the availability to build a life and revenue that you've dreamed up in a team and support a community of individuals, Filipino individuals, whatever it may be in that community, being able to support each other, like, that's where it comes down to.
Wow, that's awesome. Thank you, Eric. We needed that.
I like the energy. I love the energy.
I love that. You can tell they're really, you guys
He's
are
my
really
Flavor
passionate.
Flav.
You know what? It's a Flavor Flav. Now I'm like excited too, because it's like, okay, all right, so what am I going to do once this takes off? Like, for the amount of people that we know in the industry, just like your cousins doing medical stuff, right? And they can add this to their
business.
Yeah, to their business.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
we're excited.
I know the professionals are thinking, how in the world can they do this without the medical director?
Yeah.
I'm not going to give all my secrets away, but I'll give away the legalities of it.
Okay.
We provide marketing and advertising and technology services and customer service and client acquisition to our medical group. The medical group collects the payment, does the consultation, orders with the pharmacy, and does all the medical. They pay us a fee for that, and we pay our patient coordinators commission on the fee income generated for what we do with those.
Okay.
And by doing it this way and setting it up that way and making it to where we're not a part of that part of the medical part the medical is, we're able to do this for one. And two, you don't need an 8-year degree as a doctor to be able to do it, which they get 0 nutrition training, by the way. A general practitioner is required 0 hours for nutrition. So our doctors are specific to that. So it's even better than going to your local GP.
Right.
Or you don't have to spend $20,000 a month to get a medical director, nurses, staffing, insurance. You can actually join up for very little and get certified and be a part of this. And this industry right now is the $7 billion industry. And I know some people are like, oh, I see these commercials of Wegovy, Ozempic. It's a new fad. It's going to go away. No, GLP-1s have been around for over 20 years. It isn't a fad that's going away. They just did find out 5 years ago that all these people who were taking it for diabetes were losing a ton of weight and finally figured it out that it was the GLP-1 medication that was doing it. So they started offering it for people who to lose weight because of all the other health benefits. And now FDA approved it for heart disease and for stroke and for Alzheimer's. And more and more is coming out of the things that it benefits. And they expect it to be a $30 billion industry in 2 years. In fact, the national governing body of grocery stores, who oversees grocery stores, have seen in the last 2 years a reduction of 30% of snack sales because of GLP-1s. And so they are inventing and creating snacks that GLP-1 users can eat to get the snack sales back up in the grocery stores. That's the impact this is making on America. We're actually starting to make healthier snacks because of it.
Wow. That's so, can I ask to, oh, go ahead. Who's
Cirimille.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. If I may say something, though, to be honest with you guys, as a doctor, people come to me, Marisol, I need help with this, with my weight. It's got a lot of these complications, comorbidities, and I can't do anything, right? And here, as an esthetician, even though I have a aesthetic clinic without a medical director. And when I met Lenny and Eric, I was like, oh, I can finally do this. I can finally help people, right? But the thing is, as a doctor, as an entrepreneur, I look at things both ways. The thing is, I help people, address their wellness, who wants to become healthy and that wellness is important. Self-care is no longer a luxury. It's a necessity. All right.
Absolutely.
So you want to be healthy. So to be able to help people with that aspect, and at the same time, potentially help them have that financial
freedom,
wellness, and freedom.
Yeah.
It's hitting 2 birds with 1 stone. So I'm like, if I can do this, and anybody can do this now without the liability, with all the resources and with all the training, why not? That's why I'm telling you, when I learned about this, I was like, this is something that I should do. I couldn't pass it up. Okay, so that's all.
I don't think anybody's ever signed up quicker than she did with us, just so you know.
Are you guys able to touch on the sign up process for those people? Do they just reach out to you guys? How does that work?
Yeah, absolutely. Maricel would probably be the best person to go directly through if you want to share your email or contact to Maricel here in just a moment. It's a simple sign-up process. We are going to send you, we're going to put in your number into our app that we have. That's a fully functional app that has everything that controls, the world around us. Put in a telephone, email, phone number. It sends you all of the digital information. It goes directly to the doctor, a payment, and you're done. Wow. You're locked in. We set up a training for individuals. If you're looking for just the product, which Maricel is going to be the person to go to for that as well. She sends you the information. You pay for it, you set up the doctor's visit, and you're locked in. Like, it is simple as a matter of 3 or 4 clicks, a couple signatures, and you're locked in to be able to move in the way that you wanted to, probably for quite a while. Yeah. Maricel, what email are you currently using?
Maricel.young@yahoo.com. Also, they can also go, because Kuya G It's you can also create a G if they want to, but it's a simple process. Like if you want medication, just email me or text me, marisol.young@yahoo.com or 910-689-8119, and they can get in touch with me, and I'll give them the link to sign up. If they want to be an independent patient coordinator as well, we can do that as well, and we can train you and send you the link for the certification. It's a small, fee of $399 for the certificate, and that's all you're gonna pay. Wow. That's it. One time. Okay.
That's to be a business owner. Yeah.
And I have something better for you here on the radio show.
Okay.
I tell you what we'll do. In the next week, I will get you a link that you can post on your show and on your website.
Okay.
Where people can just click it and it'll take them right to where they can sign up or contact Marisol.
Okay.
So you'll be able to post that link on your site, and it'll have a landing page where I'll ask them if they're an individual or a business, and it'll have a phone number and an email that they can get to Marisol or to you. And they'll be able to sign up that way right through your radio show, and we'll even know that it came from your show, and hopefully create a very long partnership and sponsorship with your show.
Absolutely. Yeah. I love that. I wanted to say thank you so much for joining us. The reason why I was so happy to have you guys on here is just like you guys, I fully believe in, taking care of yourself, taking care of your health. Weight is important, self-care is important, and I highly recommend to everyone out there watching, please reach out to Marisol, and please support and check out Lenny and Eric's company, Rewaken Life Health and Weight Loss. Kuya G, do you have any last words before we close this out?
Well, you know what? I'm already stoked about some of the stuff they were talking
awesome.
about.
I love
Hold
this.
on for a minute. I don't have to go to a doctor anymore.
I know.
Yeah, because especially going to a doctor here in Vegas, it's so far out.
It's so hard to get.
Yeah, it's like 3 or 4 weeks before you can see a doctor. Mm-hmm. But yeah, with this service that they're coming out with right now, I think I'm gonna be a patient as well.
Yeah. Yes. Well, I love that Eric and Lenny were saying that they have the physical doctor here in Las Vegas that they can go see. Is that correct? And then you also have the person on the phone that they can talk to, right?
You have blood work options.
Yes,
Yep. And then, we will come through, a doctor that you can access. You'll have Marisol to bounce off of for things as well. But you will have doctor access. Yeah. Lenny, 7 days a week, like 7 to 7.
7 a.m. to 7 p.m., 7 days a week. You can get a physician on Zoom or call or chat. Unlike a doctor's office where it takes you 6 months to see them and they come in for 5 minutes, you'll actually be able to actually speak to a doctor on video for 30.
Yes. That's nice.
Yeah.
So they come to you. You don't go to them.
Yeah.
Lenny, also, don't forget the coaching for 2 months.
Yes, they get 2 months of medical coaching when they first sign up. And the medical coaches of the physicians will contact you multiple times during that 2 months and tell you what foods to eat while you're on the medication, what foods to avoid so you can avoid the side effects, what type of proteins and vitamins you should be taking, and what type of daily exercises you should be trying to do into your normal routine so that you get the maximum benefit of the drug with none of the side effects. And they help you all along the way. So you get the patient coordinator, who would be Marisol in your area. You get the physician who is there doing your prescription, checking on you every 30 days.
Yeah.
And you get the physician health coaches who are checking on you for the full first 2 months.
Wow. So you guys are there every step of the way. Your patients should never feel like they are alone or they can't ask any questions, right?
Correct. Always. They always are able to do it 7 days a week.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Lenny. Thank you, Eric. Thank you to Marisol. Do you want to plug the website as well really quick so they can kind of check you guys out?
Yeah, www.rewakenlife.com. And it's Rewaken, not Reawaken. So REWAKENLIFE.com.
Perfect. Thank you, Lenny. Thank you, Eric.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
Appreciate
you for
it. Look forward to the next one. All
yes,
right?
we will see you. This will be the last time, I promise you.
Beautiful. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Happy birthday, happy Marissa.
Bye, everyone. We'll see you next week.
Happy birthday.